Welcome to the Insurance Guy podcast. From sales to insurance advice, we discuss ways to protect your business and grow it. Make sure to like and share this podcast. And don't forget to check us out at TheInsurers.ca for all your business insurance needs. And here's your host, Mr. Aun.
Hey, Facebook family, this is Aun. So I wanted to share something with you guys today. My recent TV episode that I was on, which was Leap TV, aired this past Sunday, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody who who tuned in, watched it, and sent me lots of messages and said thanks and congratulations, all the good stuff. I want to personally say a heartfelt thank you to everybody who sent those kind messages. I'm truly I've lost my words. Type of thing, so I really appreciate that, first of all. And I wanted to quickly share me being really camera shy. I'm like this whenever the camera turns on, and how I'm able to interact with you guys without sort of dying or passing out, even though I feel like that. There's a couple things I started to do, but before I even get into these, I just want to say that I'm going to be posting the link for the episode down below, so make sure you guys check it out, and if make sure you like it, share it, and subscribe. I'll really appreciate that, and it'll help me. Thank you for that. So I'm really scared of the camera type of thing. I get nervous. I don't act the way I do, and my friends will come and tell me that I look really awkward, which is understandable. I'm not comfortable with the camera, but as I do these, I get comfortable with it, and I guess that's where practice and persistence keeps coming through. That I can look at the camera without sort of going ums and ahs, even though I do that quite a bit, and my hands are all over the place. It's something that as I do these, I try to be aware of myself. So I'm not just spitting out ums and ahs, even though you'll see that quite a bit, and you'll probably hear that in these videos as well, but it gets better over time. So when I did this TV show, I signed up, and I decided to do it. At some point after I signed up, I started having major regrets. I started feeling nervous. I started feeling anxious, anxiety, nauseous, thinking about how it's going to be, what's going to happen, what will people say, things of that nature. You see that I just said again. So I was really scared of these feelings, and I was getting these feelings. So what I decided to think to myself was I started to use one fear to overcome another. And I used the fear of missing out to take over the fear of speaking in front of people. I think that's called glossophobia, fear of speaking in front of people, where you feel anxious and nervous, if I'm not mistaken. So, and people, believe it or not, you guys do this on a daily basis as well. You do it as well. For example, I'm deadly scared of heights, so I avoid roller coasters, and you probably never see me on drop zone. But picture this: I'm sure someone who's watching this is also scared of heights. If you were in a tall building, and the building was on fire, and you have two fears that are going on. One is, and you have to jump out of the building to save yourself. The first thing you're fearful of is heights. Is the fact that you have to jump down to the fire, to the firemen, or whatever the case is. And the second fear is of death. That if you don't jump out, well, you may just die. I know that's a little graphic, but I'm trying to just get a point across. So, would you, people who say that, oh, I'll never do this, is that really true? If you had something worse, or something that you're more fearful of, push you over the fear of another? I, for example, told myself that I have a fear of speaking, or in front of people, or in a large crowd, or whatever the case is. If I turned 60, 67, or whatever the case is, And I look back at this opportunity and I let it go because of my fear of public speaking. Would I regret it? I said, yeah, I would regret it. And at the same time I said that, I was trying to justify it to myself, saying, well, that's okay, it's not going to be a big deal, I'm sure you'll have other opportunities or something like that. But the fact of the matter is I would have regretted it. And even doing these, if you go back to my first video, you'll see that I'm just going ums and ahs, and I'm not looking at the camera. Actually, even if you watch this interview, you'll see I was so nervous that I kept looking down towards my knees most of the time, and I was so nervous, I tried to make eye contact, and I could see that I was nervous in there. But it's something that I did, and I know when my future interviews come, I'll be much more confident in being able to look direct, make eye contact, and seem a little bit more confident. And I just wanted to share this experience, and I want to know if you ever did something of the sort. Like, did you use one fear to overcome another? Now, I don't think that's made me like someone who's comfortable in speaking in front of people. I just find that it helped me overcome a fear to a certain extent, at least temporarily, and hopefully coming over that fear once will help smooth out the obstacle, or smooth out that fear as time goes on. Because I truly believe that practice makes perfect. I hope you guys really like this connection and this episode. I once again want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the love and support you guys are showing me. It's truly incredible. I never expected it. I wasn't even going to do these type of interviews and videos because I was afraid that I'd just be faced with criticism. So from the bottom of my heart, I truly want to say thank you, and it means a lot. And I hope if you guys have any suggestions, or you guys want to share want me to talk about other stuff, I'd be more than happy to share my experiences and my opinions on certain topics. And I'd love to hear yours as well. Once again, guys, thank you so much. And please, if I can ask you one thing, is to please subscribe, like, and share these episodes. It means a lot. It'll take a moment of your time, but again, it'll help me continue this. So thanks a lot.
Before I wrap up, I just wanted to say I really appreciate your time. Would love it if you could subscribe and share this podcast, and also check us out at TheInsurers.ca.